Hello traders, we are here live from St. Petersburg, the rent apartment, the beautiful balcony, and as you can see, the weather is getting colder. Yesterday was rain, you can still see the wet streets. Now let's get back to the charts, guys, and let's make this Forex weekly analysis so we can get prepared for the next week and we can get the most pips out of the market. Now, if you're with me, guys, press the subscribe button, press the like button, click all the thumbs up, and let's get started. Okay guys, it's me, Krasimir Panayotov, and we are back in the YouTube channel making this weekly Forex analysis for all of you and for me as well, of course, to get prepared for the next week and get the most out of the market. Now, what you can see in front of you is the Euro USD daily chart, and what you can see with your eyes wide open is this beautiful rejection of the price going higher. So we couldn't break the resistance on the daily and we pulled back to the previous support area, which is exactly the 17,600 zone area. And what we can expect after such move, as usual, will be or pullback or a continuation to the downside. Now, what are the chances to see a pullback? We have reached a very important support area, and if there is enough buyers, we can see the price pulling back at least 50% of the market. Now, what else you can see beautiful here is this downtrend, which can tell you that here around this level will be some resistance going in. If we break this resistance, then the target is clear. We move to the next resistance and to the previous heights on Euro USD. If that doesn't happen, and if the price continue breaking the support areas, then we can probably move a little bit to the downside. But how much exactly? Well, you know the deal. We find the next support area and we find our target. So for the sellers that are waiting for the breakout here, this is a very beautiful profit target area. Of course, the price can stop around this low as well, but that is the thing. Now let's move on, guys. If we break up the resistance right here, then we will have this double bottom formed, and of course after a break above the resistance we can expect a move nearly as much as is the size of the double bottom pattern, so we can easily get to the next resistance area, which is around 1.2400 or even a little bit higher. Now let's measure and the possible retracements here. Yeah, that's the 61 point area. If we get to there, we can have another chance to sell off the market, this time more strongly, probably to these previous two lows or even to these high and lows over here. So let's see what will give us this market next week. Now let's continue, guys, with the GBP USD. Then we are about to switch to gold and see some beautiful charts as well. As you can see, this is the 4-hour chart. I have marked some support and resistance areas, but the chart to be more clear and we to have more overall view, I'm going to switch to daily chart. And this is what we have right now. After a long-term bullish trend, we had this strong correction and now pull back to the upside. If we are right in our analysis and if we are creating new downtrend, then we need to see another lower low on this chart. If not, then of course the price can continue bullish and create new highs. Let's get deep into what happened the previous week. This is the weekly chart and you see how the price closed with a bearish pin bar. which means a rejection from this area. What is rejection? That the price doesn't want to go up higher. We had a push to the upside, we reached this high over here. Okay, but then we pulled back and we closed on Friday also with the negative news, but not so bad as the euro. You can remember that the euro dropped much more the last 3 days. So let's get back to the GBP and see what we have here. We had a massive uptrend until the end of the previous week, and then we started pulling down and up, down and up, down and up, and we start creating this beautiful flag pattern. What is the flag or the wedge pattern? This is something which looks like a flag. Here is the handle, and here is your flag pattern. If we continue bullish, then we need to break this resistance in order to enter a trade for the flag pattern. But then also we have this resistance. Why resistance there? Let's zoom out. Because you have all these highs over here, 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 here and here, which create this resistance. So on this particular trade, if I enter bullish trade, I would maximum take profit at this previous high over here and this daily resistance. Okay, but what if this flag pattern just doesn't break the resistance and start trending bearish? Well, let's zoom in and find out. You can see, guys, that the price started making these lows over here, and with the last news on Friday, it broke the support area. So what we can expect is a pullback to the resistance. The support turns resistance when it's broken, and get some nice bearish force to push back the price to this previous support area, these lows and highs over here, or even to the daily and weekly support area. So this is my plan. I actually entered right here sell positions with a very small stop loss. I believe my stop loss is somewhere here above the previous candle, and I will try to get some more pips to the downside until I see some serious bullish signal, and until I close my trade. So this is my expectations for the short term of the GBP. If we have the flag, we are going to test this resistance. If we break it, we have a room to the upside, and if we go bearish, we'll probably test the support area right here. That's it, guys. Let's move to the next one. And before the gold, I know everyone is waiting for the gold. Just kidding. I'm going to see the Euro GBP, and it actually start breaking the support area. What we can see now is that we are testing the last mini support area right here, and if it gets broken, then sorry guys, but we are going to the south. So we're about to test these lows over here, and this is what Euro GBP will probably do next week. If not, if we start going backwards and respect the support area, sometimes this happens, our profit target should be on the next resistances, this high and these highs over here. If we get lucky and the euro starts trending, we can even get to this previous resistance area. Now let's move to the gold, guys, and see what is so special there. Well, let's go to the daily chart and see where I did place my support and resistance levels. I place my support and resistances exactly where are the most highs, lows, and that's the areas. Now here, let me show you one support area, but I'll draw it a little bit fatter so you can understand. The last week we had this massive fall, mostly in Friday. What happened the previous week? Let's go to the 4-hour and find out. We had this interesting flag pattern or a consolidation after the bullish move right here, and after the break we tested the previous resistance. Then we pulled back and we found another opportunity to enter bullish trades. The first one was this quick price action right here, the bullish candle, then a pullback and another strong bullish move to the upside, and quickly after this rejected. Now I will tell you exactly what I learned from this chart and how did I trade the gold. After we created this high and after we pulled back and we went with another attempt here, we didn't break the resistance. We did something very significant. We rejected again very strongly this area, pushing the price all the way down to this mini support area, okay? And I knew that if we start breaking this support, area, we can easily go down to this previous support, to these previous lows. And this is what I did. I entered a sell trade. Let's go to the 1-hour chart. The price started pushing back up to these resistances. I had a sell trade here and my stop loss, I believe, was somewhere here above this low over here, and I got stopped out just for a couple of pips. It was amazing. On the next day I had to re-enter the sell trade. Let's go to the 4-hour, the way we imagine it. Now many people will see this candle as a bullish sign because it's a pin bar, but as you can see, the next candle never closed above the pin bar, so it neglects this signal, and we could already start looking for a more bearish setups. Why? Because we broke out this bullish trend and because we have here rejection. I started selling somewhere here. I set my stop loss above this support and resistance area right here, okay? And where was my take profit target? Let me show you. Let's go back to daily and mark the daily support and resistance area like this. Let's go to the 4-hour. So my take profit target was exactly this lows over here or the middle of this consolidation. We easily reached this zone. I took my profit and the price even started going lower to test these previous lows. This is what we have, guys. Why did this happen? First, because all the traders and big banks who put their stop losses here was targeted, their stop loss was hit, and the only buyers left with a stop loss somewhere below this support zone right here. After the price started breaking lower and start hitting these stop losses, it could actually have nothing to do but to drop more and more, because there was less and less buyers when the buyers got hit somewhere here. So this is why the drop was so significant. What now we can expect is or a pullback to the upside or a continuation, because as you can see, the gold is currently bearish, so we can even test these previous two lows over here if we break the support area. Let's go zoom in and check this out. This will be our next support. I want to mention you guys one thing, that even if we break here, we may find some little support around this area where the price consolidated for a while the previous weeks. Let's continue, guys, with some other pairs. Let's quickly check the Euro CHF. As you can see here, strong bearish trend. Here we have something interesting. We have a nice bullish engulfing candle from a support zone. Now this can be interesting setup to continue to this previous daily resistance area and all these highs over here. Let's go to Euro Jpy, the Japanese yen, and see that we have a correction on Euro USD after a strong bullish uptrend for a few months. What we can expect here, consolidation around this area, then or a bullish breakout or a bearish to these two support areas. Let's go to Euro OD. This is the weekly chart, and you see this beautiful weekly rejection from a resistance area. You see all these lows create this support and resistance, and now on the daily you can still see that we are actually in an uptrend, and before we break up this uptrend we still cannot sell. At least my strategy, my trading plan doesn't allow this. Let's see the Gbp Jpy. This is the daily chart, guys, and I have shared with you in my Facebook profile about a trade that I'm planning to sell from here and bring the price to here and even lower with the market if the market is actually trending so good. But as you can see, after a short term where I caught some good pips, the price started reversing, and we are currently now testing this support and resistance area, and if we break out bullish, then you will have this interesting head and shoulders pattern. You see the left, the head and the right shoulder, and this can be reversal and a continuation to the upside, which is interesting, and I will observe this for a bullish breakout. If we continue bearish and if we break this support area, then we are definitely going to the south. Then we will have another head and shoulders. Let me mark this for you. You see, guys, the left shoulder, the head and the right shoulder. If we continue to test this neckline and if we break it, then we have a good chance to push the price even lower. How low? Probably to these previous zones over here. Let's move to the next chart, USD Jpy. Strong hours and strong week for the USD again. So here we had a bullish trend and correction, and now again we are going bullish. If the USD continue trending, we will probably test this resistance area over here. If it respects this downtrend and start pushing the price back to the downside, the next support is here, and if we break it, we should move to these previous highs or even this mini support area. Boring chart. Let's move to the USD Cad Daily. Okay, daily is interesting. You see, guys, that we have a push from the support area. So if this continues, we have a room to the next resistance area, and that could be nice amount of pips to the upside. Whoa, no. All my support and resistance areas are gone. So without support and resistances, we don't have nothing to trade here. Let's move to the next one. Gold, silver. Let's mark a few things for you now, guys. we had some support here, support area from this trend line, consolidation around the support, and then with the gold we broke bearish. Currently we have a zone of support here as well, and as like the gold, then the next supports are somewhere here. And you can see clean bearish channel. This can continue for a little more while. But if we start breaking these highs, then we have some room to the upside. Let's check out quickly the OD charts, and this is USD Cad. We had a bearish channel which continues for a very while, but we find support here. So the next week will be interesting what will happen around this support area. If we check the USD Cad, USD CHF, let me see, and go back to daily, I want to show you these two support and resistance areas. The day before yesterday, on Friday, I entered a sell trade from the support area. As you can see on the 4-hour, we had some rejections here, but the price started breaking the resistance, and I will have to cut this trade somewhere here because this is my stop loss and here was the take profit target. Okay guys, this is all for this trade. If we go bullish from here, we have a lot of room to the left, to these previous highs or to these highs over here, and this is for the bullish traders. Now I wish you successful trading, guys. Get this money out of the market, fill your pockets, and let's strike forward. Peace. I'm out.